listening to, watching, hearing, smelling, tasting, and feeling sex, drugs, and skincare. Like and subscribe. Welcome back to Sex, Drugs, and Skincare. That sounded very game showy. I like that. Now, welcome back to Sex, Drugs, and Skincare. No, that sounded like a news anchor.
Yeah, welcome back. Where have you been? We've been sleeping on this couch. Yeah.
I'm Nikki Davis Jr. That's what we've decided on.
Yeah, just keep it. It's a good name.
I know, I got to change my IMDb.
Your uncle would be happy.
He would. My uncle?
Sammy Davis Jr.
Oh, yeah, my uncle Sammy Davis Jr., yes.
Yeah. Well, he was Sammy Davis Jr. Senior.
Junior, senior.
Senior Junior, and now you're a Junior Junior.
He was Sammy Davis Jr. Senior, so he was the first of the two juniors.
Right, but then now you are the grand niece of Sammy Davis Jr.
Niece, yes, I'm a niece.
You're the niece of Sammy Davis Jr. Jr. Senior, the third. This
has already taken up a minute and 30 seconds. And
that's all we're trying to do is just take up time in this world until we finally get to die. Does anybody ever really like, what if that was the point of life, just to get to the end?
Isn't that what people are doing?
I think, I think maybe.
Some people I think feel like
I think people want to get to the end because they think, I can't wait till it's then so I'll be happy or something.
Oh,
but
right.
then it's like, yeah, but also 10 years have gone by and maybe you're not happy, you know?
Probably not.
So it's just really depressing.
I know. But, way to bring the room up.
Yeah. But I'm saying, assisted suicide, give it a shot. No, I'm kidding. If you can't do it on your own, don't fucking do it. You should. If you need help.
I know. What a pussy.
Yeah. Outsource my death.
God.
This is good old American suicide.
Alex is actually covering his mouth right now. He didn't open. He didn't think this was going to open with dying and assisted suicide.
But then again, this is what improv is.
That is what improv is. Yes, and.
Yes, and. See.
Yep.
Yes, and until you die.
Yeah. Yes, and until you die. Yes, and so we have our own. We're learning improv on our own way.
Yeah.
So the few that we've. Oh, this is Sandra Yokolana, boyfriend, Sherpa, co-host. Dude with curly hair and a crazy shirt on the couch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in case you're listening, watching.
I made this. I found this on the side of the road. Somebody said it was a prayer carpet.
A prayer carpet.
Yeah,
they were like facing Mecca.
No, I don't think it's even that cool.
Oh.
I think it's just a prayer carpet.
No,
actually, it might have been a prayer car mat.
A car mat.
Mm-hmm.
I like to call your chest a prayer carpet.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's like makes me think of Madonna for some reason.
Why?
Was it Living on a Prayer? No, that's Bon Jovi.
Oh yeah, Living on a Prayer, just like a prayer.
Just like a prayer. Wow.
Oh man.
But well, anyways, I think we've. Oh wait, what are you?
It's only been 3 minutes.
It's been 3 minutes. I gotta get out of here.
I know.
So tell people what you do.
I am a licensed comedian, stand-up esthetician.
Yep.
Gets funnier every time, and
niche.
But yeah, very niche.
Yeah, very.
That's what they call me, nichey.
Nichey, yeah.
Yeah, nicherd.
Nichey daties.
Yeah, daties.
Yeah, you just go with it.
More weed, please.
Yeah. No, it's right here.
Yeah.
Nichey dages.
Are you a 420 person?
Yes, I am.
Would you like? Do you have anything that you can offer our guests?
Oh,
I have a tiny piece of joint that's like it's disgusting looking, but it hits nice. But then there's also a weed
Thank
pen.
you so much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so annoying when I am on drugs, and I don't want to do that to you. I don't want to do that to you.
I kind of want you to do it now.
I'm not. I'm not going to.
No, I do want you to do it.
No.
Really? No. All right.
People know themselves.
Because I don't think your audience needs to see that.
They're not going to see it. They're only going to hear it.
No, but they'll see it later.
Yeah, that's true.
They'll see it later.
Not if you're.
And they're going to hear it and be like, "Whoa, that guest was fucking."
That's why we have that room over there, so you can just sit in there and work it out.
But otherwise, please partake.
Yeah. Okay.
And
being self-aware, I think, is also something people don't know or not. Maybe they don't get high on that enough.
No,
because the fact that you were like, no, I don't want to be on drugs because then I get you know the way you are.
Oh yeah.
And you're not a fan of how you are when you think about getting high now. So you go with that instinct.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. If I'm like, oh no, I can't smoke now because I know I'll get sleepy.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
But I still have to make love to you.
Oh.
But
make
no,
love.
I don't. That's
you know. It sounded a little bit like a chore.
Yeah.
It was like, hold up, but I have making love with Nikki later tonight.
I have to save up some
energy
energy for this thing I don't feel like.
Two of those things is bullshit. Because number one, weed doesn't make me sleepy, and number two, I never referred to it to making love.
No.
Wow. Only making hate.
Only making hate.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's the only thing you really.
That's the best way.
Yeah, because that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it actually serves a purpose. You feed it to goats, or you know,
Hate?
hay. Oh,
Hay.
oh. I think so. You have to make hay, like
No,
like make
not like
hay.
rolling in the hay.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
make
Like
hay.
a roll in the hay.
Yeah.
I
I've
like
heard of
that.
making hay,
Right.
but making hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Instead of making love.
Like hate fucking.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's very specific.
Yes.
yeah.
Why?
But that's only-
I'm full of specifics.
Yeah.
Full of specifics.
But ironically, hate fucking is when you really like someone.
That's true. You
So-
don't like him
That's
enough to hate
true.
fuck them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of you at all.
Whatever.
Aw.
But I like you.
I know.
Oh,
See, I went the other way around.
I hate
Yeah.
you and I like you.
Yeah.
Well, that's already been established.
Yeah,
We've been
that's-
together for a very long time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How long
enough-
is a long time?
12?
Is it 12
I think
years?
it's been 12 years, yeah.
Wow.
We stopped counting
Baker's
after
dozen.
a while because we didn't want to know.
Yeah.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because
Yeah.
it's like, I don't want to like get bored of him.
Yeah.
And I hear the number too often. But the problem is I don't get bored of you.
Mm,
It's weird.
yeah. Wow. We got to talk about this.
You mean like
Gosh,
like,
if only we had a podcast.
yeah,
Oh, it's making me yawn.
Exactly.
No, I get it. It is bizarre and awkward and weird, and I'm just going to go with it.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
But
well,
it's fantastic, and I love it. It's a positive thing. It's not negative, and it's not
are you buying
abnormal.
this? Are you
It's
buying
not
this?
a fucking anomaly. It's
It's not weird in this town at all.
Yeah,
no,
definitely.
not at all. But we do enjoy cats together, so that's cool.
Yes, we do.
The musical?
Oh,
No.
that's a good question. Though,
Yeah.
Yes,
I
yes, we
just-
should.
Oh, well, I think our cats meow enough to be a fucking musical.
my
They don't
God.
shut the hell up.
They're the worst.
Oh my god!
Those
but
freaking jellicles.
yeah,
What'd you say? Evangelical?
Oh no, I made a Cats reference because I thought this podcast needed a lot more musical theater references.
Oh,
and
God,
so I
yes.
was like, those freaking jellicle cats.
You've been watching the podcast, obviously, so
I
you know that there's
I
not
was
enough
like, I was
musical-
studying
Yeah.
because I'm a good guest.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And I was like, you know what this podcast needs?
musical.
Musical
We haven't hit that
references.
genre yet.
It's a very specific genre.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm-
Are you? Well, we'll talk more about it. But
Yeah.
is that something that you're well familiarized with?
I have been told I'm a musical nerd,
Okay.
a theater
Oh,
geek,
I
if
like
you will.
that. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see that.
Oh yeah. No, the theater kid energy emanates.
Well, that goes along with getting high and being obnoxious.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why
yeah.
I saved you guys.
Yeah. We live to see another day. Thank you, guys.
I would have
Yeah.
broken out into song.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
no and no thank
yeah,
you.
no and thank you.
No and thank you. That's
Yeah.
a good improv as well. No, but good effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And let's
I-
stop. That's
let's get outta here.
That's my addition.
I like that.
That's
yeah.
heightening it.
Yeah, let's just stop
Yeah.
this. scene.
Yeah.
I'm not believing this.
I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what we're going to talk about today?
I have no idea. Give me the protein about what we're talking about today.
wow.
What's the protein?
The
I've
protein
been watching
is-
Succession.
Is that what they say?
He always goes, "What's the protein?"
Oh, right.
Like, what's the
What's the meat?
what's
and
the meat?
and
But the meat.
potatoes?
I
No,
guess
potatoes are
don't
carbs.
have like protein. That's a
No.
starch. What's the protein in starch?
Like get down to it and the starch.
what's the protein in starch? Like that's not a good. Like, what's the protein?
No.
Yeah. And
Nope. Just no.
oh, Fuck, we're
Yeah,
gonna
they're
make
getting shorter.
we're gonna make so much money at this
Oh my
improv.
God, I know.
It's
I can't
called
wait to
real
start
life.
teaching. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
But okay, so what's today about?
Today we're going to just talk about protein
Mhm.
and we need it and how much we need it. And we're going to sort of delve into just, it's not too deep. It's not something that maybe people don't already know kind of inherently, but I don't know. I didn't really realize how much I needed. And we're going to talk about a couple of different sources of protein that are just kind of the easy two sources.
Yeah.
And then, and if anybody has any protein stories,
Mm.
you know, those are always really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
This room got fucking quiet.
If we do protein stories,
Yeah.
you got to be careful with the way we're wording that.
Right.
So
right.
I'm just saying.
That's
and
true.
what kind
Yeah.
of protein?
Exactly.
Where's the protein coming from?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I think our guests took another turn.
I will say before we get too far into the protein of this episode, I eat way more carbs than I do protein.
Yes, you do.
And I don't think about great improv.
Well-
Yes, you do. I work at the bait shop and I want to sell you something. Can I help you? Yes, you do. Yeah, I eat way more carbs, and I don't think about the protein, but I know that that's for, I don't want to give it away, but it's for building something other than fat.
Right.
I don't want to give away the episode.
I have used this podcast for over a year to talk to you about things that I think that you should do.
You really have. This is the most passive-aggressive, way too expensive way to do this. You guys been direct with me. Get your face on. Here's protein. Wear sunscreen. Have LED light therapy. See, I pay attention.
Exercise. Enough sleep. Yeah.
Drink plenty of water. And now it's protein. I want you to guide us. So I'm anxious to get further away from you, and so the guests can sit down here.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a guest. I've known her since I think I was hosting at Flappers a lot lot then.
Yeah,
and you
I
seem
think
to be there
so.
quite a bit.
I had a moment
well.
there.
Yeah. Well, I think everybody's had a moment, you know? And,
It's so funny. Flappers, we all had a moment there.
Yeah, I think that's on the billboard.
Yeah. We'll
We've all
get
had
you
a
started.
moment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not a bad place.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so
I dig it.
she's super fucking funny, and I love her style is so cool. Just even if she never said a word, I just love the way she just moves through the earth, and she's super groovy.
That's a really cool description of moving through the earth.
Yeah,
that's
the way
cool.
she affects things, and you can see things bouncing off of her like light. And she also has a ladies' mic called Witty Titties, which is the fucking coolest name ever.
Thank you.
It's here at Petty Cash Studios. Bye, Alex.
If you're listening and not watching, oh man.
All right, let's
All
start
right, so go
over
ahead.
again. All right, so let's bring her out, shall we?
I'm down.
All right. Wait, what's your name?
Let me think about it.
Her name is actually apropos
Yes.
to what you said about
I
her
know.
moving through the earth.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I already know it, so I'm not going to delay it anymore.
Yeah.
You guys, Genesis Soul. Yeah.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm so gosh darn excited.
Yes,
Can you imagine if I just talked like that?
I can.
Like, golly,
I don't want to.
gee
Yeah.
Cartoons.
Drugs, not
Yeah,
for
really.
me, thanks.
I'm like, I'm going to have to insist you do some drugs.
I don't think anyone should be subjugated to that.
Oh my God.
I just did shrooms for the first time.
Tell
Nice.
us.
Yes. I figured this is like the podcast.
It's
to
sex,
talk
drugs,
Oh,
and
yeah.
skincare. Yeah.
Yeah. I did a hero dose of shrooms for my
Nice.
first time ever.
Okay.
That's what they call it now, right?
Yes.
It's what we used to do only. We never even thought about doing a small
of microdosing
dose. Yeah.
and being
Yeah.
smart and being like, maybe if we just
do a
took
little.
little
Yeah,
instead of all of it.
Yeah.
What would happen
true.
if we did that? Literally, we were in Amsterdam. It was my boyfriend and my best friend, and she had microdosed before, but it was her first time like properly tripping.
Mhm.
And I don't know why she said this, but she was like, we should go to this restaurant in the middle of Amsterdam while we trip for the first time. A restaurant outside.
With
but
just
a
random
restaurant.
strangers around
With random
you.
strangers. Random Dutch strangers staring at a bunch of American tourists on drugs.
Oh my God.
Just
And,
uncontrollably laughing. the
yeah.
whole-
oh, I got real giggly. And then that was the first step. Like the first step was like us outside next to a canal, and I'm giggling, and everything's like swirling.
That's the
and-
best place to do drugs, by the way, by a canal.
Yeah,
Literally.
that's true.
I
mean,
yeah.
dude,
it
that's
should've-
awesome.
Theoretically,
Yeah.
it should have been awesome.
Yeah.
But then there were strangers, and then
Yeah, that's the problem.
No, and the problem is that they sat us next to two of the meanest looking German motherfuckers I've
Oh my
ever
God.
seen. Like they were just very serious, very German, like businessmen. And then they started smoking, and that
Oh, yeah.
that hit me,
Yeah,
and that was
uh-uh.
not the vibe. And so we're just giggling away, and my poor boyfriend, it was his first time as well, and he like retreated into himself.
Oh, wow.
And he kept saying the quiet part out loud. like it was so cute. Like I
man.
think me and my best friend were giggling about something, and we said something that said like started with a P. I don't even know what it said, but he was like, "Perceived? Did you perceive me? Are you perceiving me?" Is that what you said? And we're like, no, I'm on drugs, and I know that's not what I said.
Oh my God.
And so we just giggled away for a bit, and then right, we were outdoors, and they started, I just like look around, and they start opening the biggest giant umbrella ever, and it was green and white stripes, and it just came out of the blue while we were tripping.
Oh,
and
so
we're like,
scary.
now we're just 3 Americans
Afraid of an umbrella?
Afraid of an umbrella.
Oh my God.
And it was right above the Germans. And they were like, why?
Oh my
I
God.
was like, I'm so sorry, sir. And then I lost all function of words. And so I could only like talk in single syllables. And I just like private. I need a private. I need private.
Not even privacy.
Yeah, no, just me private.
Yeah.
And we somehow navigated. Oh goodness, this is a very long story. Please stop me at any time. But like we somehow we found the lovely shop that had sold us the shrooms, and we were all tripping, and we were like, where are we gonna go? We got to find warmth and private, and and then we remembered the shop, and we were passing by it on our way back to the hotel, and we were like, our friends, and they were just people who had sold us drugs.
Right.
It's a connection there.
They genuinely were so lovely. These 2 Dutch like salespeople, and we just like walked in there, and like I start spilling, like I just start trauma dumping on this poor Dutch woman. And she's like, it's okay, you're doing great. Because we walk in and we're like, hey, we did the job.
Satisfied customers.
Do you guys remember?
Yeah.
They're like, people don't usually come back on the drugs.
Yeah.
Are you asking for your money back?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're like, no, like I'm crying, but this is good. It hit me like a freight train. Like
Whoa.
my friends that didn't hit them as hard, but like me, I just start like crying, and then I keep looking at every camera, and I'm like, this better be on TikTok. Like I kept saying it to the poor Dutch person in the show. My show. I was in my own show.
Yeah.
I was in my own show.
She's still tripping, everybody.
I'm still
I
tripping. Anyway, so we eventually made it back to our scary hotel room that was in the middle of the red light district.
Oh, whoa.
You don't want to be around a lot of sex workers
No.
when you're on shrooms.
yeah.
It was a lot of like, they just look like slanted evil shadows to me. And I was like, this place is sad.
Yeah, you can feel the weird vibes in a place like that.
Like, I just kept going, I need private. And then finally we got to private, and we went back to our hotel room, and then I just like lost my shit. I did see God. She is cool.
Nice.
And yeah, it was when I just like lost my mind. And then I also went into full host mode because I kept talking to my friends, and I'm like, are you guys having a good time? Are you guys having a good time? Because I'm having a great time. You having a
Runs
good
the
time?
gamut.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
yeah, but truly, I could not stop being a hostess.
Well, you want to make sure everyone's having a good time so you can have a good time.
Literally. And then I kept going, like, I grabbed my friend and I was like, am I having a bad trip?
You're like,
Are you guys on the same level as me, or am I having a bad trip? Oh, it was fun. And then the people at the store told us it'd be 6 hours, and to the T, like it ended 6 hours.
Wow.
It
What was the form of it?
So it was truffles. It was like the actual truffles. So we took about 15 grams of truffles,
Whoa.
which apparently equals out to closer to like 4 or 5 grams to like dried
Oh,
mushrooms.
okay.
So it's not as scary sounding. I was like, oh, you do.
Yeah.
Well, 3.5 is an eighth, right? So it's more than an eighth.
It's definitely, yeah.
That's
And-
a lot,
so,
especially on your first time.
yeah, so
right?
that's definitely a hero dose. That's like,
yeah,
Mhm.
that's a fucking superhero dose.
But it was so interesting that, like they said, like 6 hours. Like they were very clinical about it.
Yeah.
Like it's legal.
yeah.
And they're just sold everywhere, and they were like, hey, this is what's gonna happen if it's your first time. This is what's gonna boop boop boop. And they had different strains, and they were like, hey, if you take this one, you'll be more giggly, but you won't see things. There's other ones that are more hallucinogenic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which ones did you guys take?
We did like, so they had different, like, let's say like they had 6 levels of strains, like 6 being the most.
Okay.
We took like number 2.
Okay.
So it wasn't like the chillest, but it was like the second chillest. But it's still like hit me, like it was literally just like, are you guys ready for trauma? Are you guys ready to cry about all the dark, deep secrets of your past?
Oh
Let's go. And then also
like
have a great time.
Were they like into it, or were they like kind of the thing where it's like, okay, so you're gonna see God, and then after you see God, you're gonna be like, all right, well, if you have this one over here, you'll cry for a while. Anyways, or is it like just?
It was a little bit of that,
Yeah.
and then it was a little bit like they were very sweet, and they were very much just like, okay, this is what you're gonna do, and like they gave us tips of like, if the trip gets really weird, you can drink orange juice or any kind of sugar, and it'll help like just kind of.
Oh, I thought it made it stronger.
Well, it does, but like it'll help like just kind of like calm it down and ease you out. Like there's nothing that you can't just like stop the trip.
Yeah,
but like it just will kind of ease you out a little bit.
Okay, that's good to know.
They gave us a lot of tips of like when to take it. Like, you should be. It should be on an empty stomach.
I was just gonna say empty stomach.
It should be on an empty stomach. It should be like, they said they talked about how the truffles were gonna taste like crap. Like they were like, hi, yeah, this tastes like ass. Unless you're the lucky few that it kind of tastes like walnuts. I don't know. We were lucky. We thought it tasted like walnuts.
Okay.
And they were like, drink ginger, like straight ginger shots.
Yes.
Like, and it'll help it all go down.
That's
and
what
once
we
you start,
would do.
Yeah.
Just eat ginger.
Exactly. And then once you start like kind of like, it's all like burping and burgling inside, that's kind of when it's like, oh, okay, it's going to hit you.
Yeah.
But they were very like specific. It was like, in 40 minutes, it'll hit you.
Did you get queasy or like a little nauseous or anything?
You know, a little bit, but honestly, I think because of the tips that they gave us and the ginger
helped. Yeah.
So yeah, like, I mean, I've told people like a more in depth of like story of like what everything I went through, but and they were like, oh, were you scared? I'm like, honestly, no. Like maybe getting there was not fun, especially because I was a mess in front of a lot of tourists. Like I was a menace to the city of Amsterdam. When I walked back later after I was done tripping, when I was sober again, a couple people recognized me and they were like, no, you can't come here.
Oh no!
Oh, wow.
I was like, I get that. Yeah, I was a menace.
At least you're memorable though, because I mean they probably see thousands of people.
Oh my god, yeah.
So it's like, okay, we're good.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of like half redhead blonde girls walking around being like, it's cold and everyone is seeing me. And, but it was great, honestly. My partner really loved it and he wants to do it again, but it'll just be kind of like the two of us.
Yeah.
And we want to do the
it outside and all that stuff.
Surroundings.
Desert or the
we're
forest or something.
Do the cliche Joshua Tree thing.
Yes.
And just be like,
it's fucking great.
It's great.
It's great.
Like now that I've done it, I'm like, oh, I understand why you would go to Joshua Tree and do this.
It's nice in the summertime because for me anyways, and I think it's maybe a common thing, but when I take mushrooms, if I get to a certain point, I'll start getting cold or like colder. Yeah. So it's good to do in the summertime because at night it doesn't get that cold or anything, you know, so that you can, because if it's cold, you're like, it's ruined. It's just.
We did everything wrong. Like literally, and I blame my friend for this because she was like, it's fine. We can take it now at 5, like, because the sun goes down around like 9 p.m. So we took him around like, let's say like 7. Let's say we took them at 7. Okay. So we had 2 hours of sunlight and warmth. And then suddenly we're in the middle of a city with a bunch of strangers and it's dark and it's cold.
You didn't bring jackets or anything like that?
I had a jacket, but it was too, like, as you said, you just get so cold.
Yeah.
And so I'm walking around and I can't see shit. Everything is like swirls. God. And I'm just like holding it. It's just swirls and I'm holding onto my friends. Also, my boyfriend and my friend are fighting. And now I'm in the middle. And I'm like, I don't want you guys fighting. And also I'm cold and I need private. It was so much.
What were they fighting about?
Me.
Oh.
Because I was such a fucking mess.
Oh, okay.
And so it was a classic of like, my best friend wanted to like keep being outside and like still wanted to like trip in her own way. Meanwhile, my boyfriend, who is also tripping, is like seeing me like blubber into like fucking like abstract shapes. And he's like, we need to go back to the hotel immediately. We need to take care of this. So then finally, like, we get back to the room and then they tripped so hard that when we all saw God together, they were like, wait, we're actually best friends. And they
that's
saw
cool.
it was actually beautiful. They had like a beautiful, like, they got over it and they were like, that's like reality. We're in shroom land.
Yeah.
Like, this is real. This is us. And then like became best friends. So
eating mushrooms is good for you.
Yeah.
I think it's a good reset. Mm-hmm. And I never say take them. I always say eat them. Yeah. Because if you say take them, then it feels like it's a drug.
No.
But you know, I could find this on the side of the road. under a cow's ass, and I would know the difference,
What?
and I'd eat them.
Where are you getting your mushrooms
Yeah, I
from?
was gonna say, I'm
Well,
like,
I don't want to say his name.
A cow.
The cow's name. I don't want to say the cow's name. It's a bunch of bullshit. All right.
Oh wow.
So,
So there's no protein in mushrooms.
no, surprisingly,
Segue.
no.
Yeah.
I know. It's sorry for this long ass.
No, that was fucking great.
it's welcomed.
It was
Yeah,
a lot.
totally
And
welcomed.
figured
I like
this
drug
was the
stories.
Time
Yeah,
This
yeah.
was the
'cause,
perfect time.
It's fresh. It's just fresh. It just happened like 2 weeks ago.
Oh my
Well,
god.
to jump on that for a second, there
Yeah.
was a time Nikki and I were in Joshua Tree, and we're sitting in lawn chairs in the desert, and it's super windy and cold, and there's like a light way in the distance, like a big light that looks like a headlight, but just one of them. And we hear this, like, it sounds like a helicopter.
Mhm.
And this thing, we're sitting there for an hour, and it looks like it's coming closer and closer to us the whole time, but it
What?
never gets to us.
What?
But I mean, it seemed like it got like really close.
Yeah.
And when we got up and ran,
We get up and like, we're like,
because we
"All
thought
right,
it was
let's-"
like, like a spaceship or
Yeah.
something.
yeah.
But I don't think it actually ever really moved. I think it was just us seeing it. And
Really?
I don't know, man, because it was
That was
fucking
really weird.
crazy.
Oh, that's freaky.
That was in the desert
But-
too.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
it's fun.
so like when we got to that point where we were all like really trippy dippy,
Mhm.
we saw each other's third eye. We saw each other's third
So
eye.
you all had like the same
We had the
hallucinations
same-
or what
and we were
visions or
fully
whatever?
Connected, yes.
You all took the
Whoa.
same amount. I forgot if I asked that.
Exact same.
Oh, it's-
same
okay,
amount.
okay, yeah.
Exact same amount. Although my friend, not my boyfriend and I took the exact same strain, but my friend had a different strain.
Oh, okay.
But same amount.
Yeah.
And we were like we saw each other. We were like looking at each other's face, and like my friend's eyes, like she became a completely different person. Like her eyes bugged out. Like I know her face didn't do anything, but the hallucinations.
Right.
And I was like, and I saw her third eye. Then we like, and that was wild. And then we flipped it around, and like my boyfriend and I tried to look at each other's third eye, and that was like completely different. And it was like a whole nother level of connection.
Whoa.
Wow.
And then we looked into mirrors, which I know you're not supposed to do, but I was like, I have to do this. And we had a light up mirror, and I was looking into it, and my face, like I could see my face as is, and then I could also see it morph ages. Like it was a bunch, I could see my face from a bunch of different ages of
Whoa.
like older and younger and older and
Wow.
younger. And I was like, and it was like me like having this whole moment with it. Meanwhile, my boyfriend, talk about a pure soul with way too good self-esteem. He looks in the mirror and he's like, I like what I see.
It's
I
a
don't
male
see
thing. It's a
anything.
man.
He was
it's
such a man. I was
thing.
like, how dare you
Yeah.
love yourself on shrooms right now?
Like you
You
just
know,
saw
I'm like-
yourself as an 80-year-old woman.
Yeah, I'm like looking at like my future and my past,
Oh my
and then
God.
he's like, I look great. Like that's so messed up, dude.
Oh my god.
It was wild. Like we really got into it. Yeah.
That's really cool. Did you do it again before you left?
No, we just did the one.
Uh-huh.
But we want to do it again now in
Yeah.
the future. But we're gonna give it like a month.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, and they say don't do it like 2 days in a row. I mean, we've done it more than that, but
Yeah,
like,
we've
not
done-
big doses.
it's
but
not
yeah.
the- it's not the
microdose,
same.
right?
Yeah.
Well, microdosing. Well, we've done like we've done like full trips before, and we did it the next day. It hits.
It's
It
not as
doesn't. It's not as strong.
No, that's what they told us. Too,
yeah,
is
so
that,
a
like,
little
you
bit
have
of
to
time.
wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But the microdosing, like even I love it because even like a little bit, it just kind of feels like I did this last week. My buddy had chocolates, and they were basically like, I think they're so close. I think we took a total of maybe like 2.5 grams
okay.
over like a period of like time,
Right.
and then we had like a little more. Then I had some regular mushrooms, so maybe like 3 grams over a period of like 4 hours.
Mm.
But it was still like enough just to be mellow, and I felt like I was like kind of waving around. There wasn't any hallucinations,
Okay.
but I looked at Joshua trees and they looked scary as fuck. So there was
Oh.
like certain things where it's like, okay, this is my mind, like, you know,
Right.
altering things.
Also, I called you and we were having a little bit of an argument.
Sure, but it was
and
interesting.
I knew he was on mushrooms, but I was like, I have to tell him. I have to get this
it
out.
was a serious
Have to get it
argument,
out.
a serious argument, but also, and I say serious because like, you know, there was, you know, a lot of feelings there, but I was very like objective, and
Yeah,
I was,
you were, actually.
it didn't change any of my high or
I'm
whatever.
glad because it probably for me it would have made me have
Yeah.
a bad trip.
For
Well,
sure.
But
Yeah.
that's
I
the
think
and
so,
that's
too.
the beautiful thing about tripping and doing that kind of stuff is the experience. You know how to do it. You know what you like.
Mhm.
You know where you like to do it.
Mhm.
You know, and who you like to do it with. Like you know, like you're like the best like drug partner.
Mm.
You know,
I am.
so
That's-
you are.
Aw.
Yeah, we always have like fun. Yeah.
Wait, okay, now do you guys even before microdosing or maybe only when you're actually tripping? Do you guys like set intentions for the trip?
Yeah, so
Like every
lately
time?
we've been doing that.
Lately,
Yeah.
Okay, because we did that.
Yeah.
So we like very
I
much
do that
like,
in a just regular day. Like,
see, I need to
Not
get
every
better
day,
about
but
that.
yeah.
I'm like, I'm still like trying to be better about like being like, today's gonna be a great day.
Yeah.
Usually I just kind of get up and I'm like, fuck again. But we did that before the trip. Like we all three we were like, okay, what do we want out of this trip? And for me, I think what helped was like, I was like, I'm going to have the trip that the universe wants me to have. Hopefully it's great, but I think I'm not going to go in scared. Like, it's my first time. It's whatever happens, I'm cool with. And then the universe went, no, really, bitch?
Yeah.
Put you in a public place for the first hour.
Yeah, it was, but it was a time. Yeah.
It was a time.
It was a time.
It happened.
It was great. Loved it.
Or did it?
Yeah.
Again,
did it.
we never know where we are. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
But all right, so now
protein.
Protein. I was gonna go into a segue about it because I feel like because it's protein and aging.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say I feel like if you trip,
Yeah.
I do feel like it actually might have aging benefits.
Oh.
Tripping. Why do you think that?
I think because it hits your body with something that it's not used to. It's like a poison, so your body has to react to
like
it.
Regenerate in some
and
ways.
the things you feel and things you know that you go through or whatever, and like the hallucinations that you have, I feel younger. I feel like I actually have a
Spoken
part of
like
me.
a true drug addict.
Absolutely. Also, sometimes segways get away from me.
Yeah. You're not standing on them long enough.
No. So,
Right.
anyways, that's why I feel about protein.
Okay, yeah, I get that. All right, cool. I love how you wrap that back
Cool.
around. Yeah.
Thanks for
Hey,
that.
it's all
Thank you.
improv.
I know, it's so good.
Yes,
So-
and.
Yes, and.
Yes,
Yep.
and not that.
Yeah,
Exactly. She gets
that's
it.
the most passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Yes, and
No,
not that.
Not
Perfect.
that.
I
Anything
love
but
that.
what you just said.
Yeah.
But yes.
Nice try.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah.
a minute and 13 seconds went by, so we're
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
Cool.
All right. So protein. Protein's very important. You're still very young. And beautiful. She has gorgeous skin, by the way.
Stop. Thank
Absolutely
you. It's
beautiful
makeup.
skin. I know. No, it's not. It's not.
It is.
No. I can tell because I'm an esthetician. I can
That's
see
true.
like what's. I can see.
You know what's underneath.
I can see what's underneath.
Yes,
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, but it is very important. The older that we get,
Mm.
because it helps when you don't have enough protein, it's going to affect the collagen levels, and you're more likely to age because your skin's not going to be as firm.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
So actually, eating more protein helps with collagen.
whoops, let me go back to this. Yeah, eating more protein does help with your collagen. Here, we fix that. Why is it
It's
doing
done
that?
at the top.
Done. Okay, cool.
Now
Thank
we're
you.
finished.
All right, cool. I can't do it without my notes. So yeah, eating and eating and there is also collagen protein that you can have as well.
Ooh.
So and that's supposed to be really good for your hair and your skin and your nails and all of that too.
I know. I bought collagen like powder as a supplement.
Yeah.
I'm like
Mhm.
something like that is.
That's great. Yeah. So what were you?
'Cause I never know if like it actually works because I've been told.
Yeah.
At least I know for sure topical collagen doesn't work. That's what I've heard.
Right. It doesn't.
Like-
it's too big to get into your
Exactly.
skin. Yeah.
Like
Mm.
anything topical, but like if you digest it, it's good.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
think it's just because it helps to protect, the tissue inside.
Mhm.
But also it's giving you protein as well because I
Mm.
think the collagen that we get lately, it's been from Trader Joe's, but it's like
Yeah.
a bag, and then you get for
Mhm.
2 scoops, it's like 12 grams of collagen, but 10 grams of protein. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang.
And
And
it's
you
also
don't taste it at
and
all.
you don't taste it
Yeah,
at
it's
all. Yeah, you
completely
can put it in
Oh,
something
I
cold
wanna
or
try
hot.
this. Over
Yeah.
at TJ?
Mhm.
Yeah, totally. And it's
Alright.
like not in a plastic container, which I get so frustrated about. Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't buy it anymore from the
Yeah.
plastic containers.
Mm-mm, no.
So I put that in everything.
no.
Yes and no.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No.
You tell them.
I'm tired of
You
plastic.
tell them.
But if you're
Yeah.
not taking if you're not having enough protein in your diet, like you're not eating enough meat, you're not, whatever it is that whatever your protein source is, and it's hard to get that much meat into your body.
It really is. I was on an all protein diet for 10 weeks.
Okay, now that's
Oh, wow.
well, first of all, tell me your experience of that. And
Yeah. So I did it. I signed up through Lindora Clinics. That's what I did.
Mhm.
Okay.
And what they do is that they literally show you, they put you on an all protein diet.
Okay.
Like you can have some carbs, but like it's kind of like Weight Watchers in the way of like they number it, but it's all
Points or
net
whatever,
carbs.
yeah.
It's all net carbs,
okay.
right? Oh geez. I can't. Mark, I'm sorry.
He has
He's
these
like-
microphones.
He's just like, what are
knows.
you doing?
He knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all pre-planned.
Nothing is real. I pre-planned.
Yeah. You haven't left your place. You are still home.
I'm still on
Yeah.
True. So I did that, and like in addition to just eating literally all protein, like barely any carbs, it was also they like inject you with like B12
Mhm.
vitamins.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So did a lot of B12 boosters and all those vitamins, and then I did that. I lost like in 10 weeks. I lost like almost, it's like 20 something pounds.
Wow. Were they trying to get you to go into
25?
ketosis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I never really got to.
Okay.
I don't know. I've tried ketosis before. It's essentially keto.
Yeah.
And I've tried.
Yeah.
I'd do the little strips, and then the strips would laugh in my face and be
Really?
pale. Like they'd be like, ha ha ha, fuck you, you never got into ketosis.
Oh man.
I don't know why. I would like literally eat so well and just eat protein, and like it would just
You're
not.
sleeping and there's just like muffins jumping into your mouth.
Yeah. It's like I don't know how this happened.
I have so much
yeah.
cake in my body still. I think I've eaten so much cake.
Oh yeah.
It's still somewhere in there.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So I figure like it's just still gonna. It's kind of gonna come out. You
yeah,
know,
so
and
you're
be
just
absorbed.
burning it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're using it for fuel.
Yeah, I
The cake of yore.
I love
The
that
cake
term
of
just
yore.
burn.
Mark is saying the same thing. You have a you're running on cake, Mark.
Yeah,
Producer
yeah,
Mark.
yeah.
He's giving me the big thumbs up.
Yeah.
ice cream cake, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ice cream
So
cake,
good.
I don't fuck
Oh
around
my
ice
god,
cream.
we sound so
Carver's,
high.
hello?
Yeah. Oh, Carvel.
Or Carvel?
Is that or is there a
What did I
Carver's?
say? Or is it Carver's?
I don't know.
Shit, I don't know.
Wait, what's Culver's? That's a
Culver's,
restaurant.
oh.
Do they have like custard there? Is that what?
Yes.
That's what that is.
Culver's
Okay.
is a custard place.
Culver's
Okay.
custard.
Do they even have that in California though?
Not really. That's an East Coast thing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
They
Culver's
have
is
it in Wisconsin.
Culver's is in California. I've driven by
is?
Culver's is in California with the custard.
Oh.
Yeah, Culver's in California with custard.
Why do I feel like this is a?
But I have driven by
Setup?
Culver's.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I have driven by a Culver's
You have?
before. Yeah, on the freeway.
We'll have to go sometime.
Yeah, is it good?
I don't remember.
Let's just go now.
Probably,
Let's just
yeah.
go now.
What if
It's
we
a
just go now?
It's
Yeah.
custard. Yeah. All right. Fuck it. Let's just go.
Let's get
yeah.
some custard in California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But either
Sally
way,
will sell
ice cream
seashells
cake.
by
Yeah.
the seashore.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
On
Okay.
a hot day.
But anyway, yeah, like protein was really helpful, like with that.
Mhm.
But also there were definitely side effects to just eating.
That's what I'm saying, right? So
Protein.
they tell me what the side effects were,
Gassy.
right?
Okay.
I was not a pleasant person. to
It's
be
hard on
around.
your body to
It's
try to
hard on-
produce to get through that much protein.
forever,
Yeah.
like, and it was, and they even warned us, like, you've got to take fiber supplements or something
Oh,
because
okay.
like you're just doing protein.
Yeah.
And that was hard. That was really hard on my digestive system. Like I
Mm.
had to pull back for a little bit because I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
This is so bad.
I think it's hard on your kidneys too, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
wonder if,
I think
like, cavemen
I think it's
rip
mostly
shit.
all the drinking I've been doing. I mean, that's what really.
Yeah, that'll do
fucks
it.
my
That'll do it.
kidney.
That'll
Yeah.
do it. Kidneys are interesting too.
Yes, they
Yeah.
are.
Go ahead, please.
All right. Well, anyway, so if you don't support your collagen, you will it'll lead to like a more dehydrated,
Yeah.
saggy skin,
Mhm.
and your skin's going to start to break down, and you're going to see
And
it.
you're gonna be ugly, and
You're
no
going to
one
be
will love
ugly,
you.
and no one's going to love you.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, and
Yeah,
that's what I want to
so-
promote on this podcast.
Good.
Now, if you're not beautiful, no one's going to love
And
you.
No
one-
one's saying it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You heard it here.
No one's telling you the truth.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
God
don't
bless
be ugly.
people
Yeah.
that
Don't
don't
be
tell the
ugly,
truth.
kids.
Don't be ugly. Don't be old. My God, please
Yeah,
don't get old.
do it.
Save
Kill
yourself.
yourself.
Yep. Oh my God.
Just cut that. Just cut.
No,
me
that's
going, "Kill yourself."
that's going to be the teaser.
That's
Actually,
the
yeah.
whole thing,
Good.
just on repeat.
Yeah.
Good.
Just
Yeah.
kill yourself.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
music behind it.
Yeah, you're gonna cut it, so yeah.
Yeah, I'll cut it.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
No, because you're gonna cut the anyways. Yes.
Yeah.
So okay, so yeah, so there's amino acids in there that are
Mhm.
really good for you. And then whey protein is from milk, right? And that's a really good source of protein.
Ooh, let me some
Yeah, and it
whey
helps you
protein.
also to maintain your skin's elasticity and firmness. But another thing too that's really important that people don't realize is that you need. I mean, some people don't realize it.
Me, look at
Not
me.
us.
Some
We're
people don't
enlightened.
realize it. But if your muscle, okay, first of all, this is not even on the notes. After I think it's about age 30, you lose a pound of muscle and gain a pound of fat, right? So your weight is going to stay the same.
Just
And you're
heard
not going to
that.
fucking know that. You're going to be, I know, you're going to be skinny fat, right? If you don't can maintain the muscle. And
what
the,
if I'm just fat?
if you're just fat?
Yeah,
Well, that's cool. I don't know. That's fine. I mean,
That's hilarious.
unless you're consistent. Yeah.
But what if I?
Yeah.
Just double down, you know?
I have no problem trading a pound of fat for another pound of
Another
fat.
different pound of
If I
fat.
can just
Yeah.
stay the same,
that, yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
the skinny
Yeah.
fat thing does not sound like the worst thing in the
Mhm.
world.
That's
but
true.
yes, muscles.
You need
Yeah.
muscle. You also need muscle to burn calories.
Yep.
That's true.
Right. So if
Yes.
you, that's why it's easier to gain. It's like it just keeps going. It's like, so you're losing a pound of muscle, you're gaining a pound of fat. Now you have less muscle, you're going to burn less fat. And it just keeps getting worse and worse and
Vicious
worse.
cycle.
Yeah. But you don't want to lose fat or muscle in your face if you can help it.
Which is why it drives me crazy with that new buccal fat buccal
Yeah.
fat removal. Oh my god! I'm like, you guys are actively aging yourself.
Oh yeah. I do buccal massage. That's my one of my
There
specialties.
we go.
Yeah, you can't be taking fat out of weird places of the
Take it-
face. No, ever.
Like, no, it's that's why like the little roundies, we're gonna look young forever.
That's right.
You can't. Oh man, it kills me.
People
but
are
yeah.
taking what? So they're taking it out of like.
Yeah, they're taking it out. Like, so it gives them that
Or
like
maybe-
very like defined.
Oh.
Yeah, like if you notice like celebrities, if they have like much more like sunken but like very defined cheekbones,
Yeah.
it's a surgery that they've had.
Oh my god.
And they take it out, they take the buccal fat, and of course they look amazing now, but when they start
it doesn't
Thinning
age
out.
well.
and honestly, they don't look amazing now either. Like they just immediately look aged.
Yeah.
Very snatched, very defined, great, go off queen. But like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
looks so like I can see your skull. It's terrifying.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. What was I going to say? Oh, Joan Crawford. She had her wisdom teeth removed, I think,
Yes.
or like her back teeth,
Yes,
not
to
just
get
her
that sunken
look.
Oh
Yeah.
wow! And at that time, that was like the in thing to
That
have,
was the thing.
or was
That
like,
probably the studios were doing that.
I mean,
so-
people
yeah.
still do it. It's
Sure,
that look
sure,
of
you're right,
like
you're right.
very defined, sunken cheeks. Like
Just
you
let your
look
teeth
half
go.
dead.
They'll have to pull them
Yeah.
out,
You
and
don't
it'll
need to.
happen
but you
on
can
its
also
own.
contour to get that, can't you? Can't you do like makeup to like do that shit or
Absolutely.
whatever?
I mean,
Like
you can up to a point.
pinstripes.
Pinstripes.
I as a makeup artist.
Yeah.
I can
Are you a
tell
makeup artist?
Oh yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I mean
yeah.
it makes sense because her makeup always looks fucking on
Stop.
point,
Thank
and
you.
point,
Thank you.
and I need you to do my makeup for me.
Oh, I would love to.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Yes,
we'll have you
immediately.
back to do that.
We'll do it right now.
Okay,
I
This
brought
is
my kid.
Fuck
such a
protein, yeah.
transparent podcast.
What's that?
So transparent. You just have people on here because I get it.
'Cause I want stuff.
Yeah,
I need
things.
I know her deal.
I also
knew
don't want to
what
wait in
was
line
the
at Woody
cost.
Titties. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's true. People
Yeah.
will just hit me up and be like, "What can I do to
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
bypass
To
that
not-
insane
yes.
sign up?" But no, you're right. People will contour. It helps up to a point, but you can't. Your face will be your face.
Your
It's so
Yeah.
very
Your
true.
face will always be your face.
I guess on camera you can maybe pull off some contouring, but in
Yes.
person it just looks.
Well, you
Very
know,
weird.
Yeah, I mean, there's a way to do it, of course, and like I always think of like how drag queens are so talented with contour. Like
Mhm.
that's like talk about changing your face, but
But that's like multitude of layers, right? Of different colors and layers on top of
Mhm.
layers.
oh yeah.
I mean, it starts off like you start in the morning, you end in the late afternoon.
I mean, I know many drag queens who at least like it takes at least an hour, and that's on the fast
Wow.
side. We're
Mm.
really talking about like 2-3 hours with
That's
like
a-
eyebrow blocking and everything.
it's a good workout.
You're telling me. Why
I'm
do you
just-
think they have such toned arms?
That's true, yeah.
Their arms are like, I know how to do this.
Shoulders,
Yeah.
rotator cuff.
Oh,
you have
yeah.
to pay. That's even.
Common
even-
drag
don't even
queen
get me-
injury.
Yeah, rotator
Yeah.
cuff
Oh
injuries.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tension
You heard it
headaches.
here.
Takes them out of the
Yes.
takes them out of the game.
It
It's-
really-
it's
absolutely.
heartbreaking.
Yep, I
We've
know, it's
lost
so
another
sad.
one.
We've
It's sad.
lost another
It's sad
one.
to see. I don't go to Hamburger Mary's for the hamburgers.
Nope.
I
don't
go
think-
for good shoulder work.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want people, the makeup has to be there.
Yeah.
If not, I can't digest the food.
Good. Good.
That's
Really
Hamburger Mary's.
Let them work for those tips.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's important.
Good.
I'm not going to
Yes.
go to Hooters for owls.
That's
And
what,
But I
yeah.
would love to see an owl.
That would
at
be
Hooters.
incredible.
That
That
would
would
be
be.
amazing. Yes.
Like, are you familiar with the Duolingo owl?
Yeah.
And they're very fabulous
Mhm.
No.
on TikTok. Like, you know the app Duolingo,
No.
like for language.
Yeah.
It's a language app.
Oh, okay.
And their mascot is an owl.
Mhm.
And on social media, their social media is unhinged. And they will have their mascot owl, like a person in an owl suit, and they are literally wearing like Hooters outfits. I saw him in a
Oh, that's-
BDSM gear on this giant
It's genius.
owl. I'm not making this
But
up.
it's a person in a costume.
It's a person in a costume, but it's a brand. It is like official, like company
I
brand.
love that.
And that is their mascot. And they are just constant. So that owl would be at Hooters.
Oh,
That would be
absolutely.
cool.
Yeah. And I would love to
Immediately-
see that. Yeah.
Oh, I will show you. I will show you their TikTok page. It is the most brilliant brand. I've never followed a brand before. Who cares about companies?
That's
Right,
high,
yeah,
com-
just
that's
the
high
brand.
compliment.
But
yeah.
I care
Yeah.
about this owl.
I'd like to but also I'd like to see that owl, that person in an owl suit, actually hunt down and eat a rat.
Whoo,
Like
yes.
actually, like if there's a
Yes.
rat in the kitchen, it's like I got it, and then just
But it's like Mickey Mouse or something.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
yeah,
Aw.
it's like another mascot.
Yeah. Oh. Just-
it's like a real life cartoon. I love it.
Yeah, it's Ben and Jerry.
It's a mushroom
Ben
tray.
Ben and Jerry.
Tom and
Yeah,
Jerry.
Tom
Oh
and
my
Jerry.
God. I'm
Those are-
hungry.
It's a different cartoon. Yes.
It's a
Oh my
different kind of
God.
protein.
Yeah, we
That's
ice cream.
I
Yes,
love that
it is.
idea of Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah.
And
Ben and
just
Jerry's
like
and Tom and Jerry.
yeah, holy shit, that's a
Yes.
cross promotion.
By the way, I have a woman that I know who's very, very thin.
Mhm.
She eats a pint of ice cream every single day, but she doesn't eat a lot of other stuff. But her
Mm.
bone density is really good,
What?
and so it's making me think that there is some protein in ice cream.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, there is.
Mike's
Yeah.
Mark is nodding
Yeah.
Mark's like
furiously.
immediately
Yes.
eat
Yeah.
ice cream.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, there's a lot of sugar, but also there's a lot of calcium in it, and
That's
it's
true.
kind of a natural.
Okay, can I be vulnerable
Yeah,
for a sec?
please.
And,
You haven't
Just
been
for a
already?
second.
Yeah,
just for a second.
Yeah.
Everything else has been a lie.
Yeah.
There was a point in time, like a couple years ago, where all I ate was Ben and Jerry's. Like I wouldn't eat anything else, and I would eat like a pint or two a day. And I was like, it was like a
Wow.
hyperfix because I have ADHD. It was like a weird hyperfixation that I was having, and I lost weight.
I was going to say because you're only
lost weight.
eating
I was
what?
only
Interesting.
eating
You're
like
eating
2
like-
Yeah,
pints
yeah.
a day.
600 a
Yeah,
pint
what
maybe.
yeah, that's like what at most like 1,000, 2,000 calories. I don't know, and like that's your registered allotment. Like
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
that's what dietitians recommend.
That's right,
And
yeah.
So I lost weight. I felt awul.
You
but
did?
like,
Yeah.
But it
Looked
looks
beautiful.
good.
Yeah, that's
It
all that
looks
matters.
good.
It's to diarrhea
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
It really is. But I mean, like I always thought that like, if it was like a specific type of calorie that you'd have to have, but maybe not. Maybe if it's just you stay within that range.
Yeah, you stay
and
within
you don't
the range.
spike your blood sugar too much. Because if you're just doing it twice, then
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, you want to spike your blood sugar not all throughout the day. So I try this even on myself. Is like I try to eat more of my carbs and sugar all at once if possible.
Oh.
And I've lost weight and built muscle doing this whole like thing, whatever, this Don Lemon thing. But yeah, and I don't do it now, but it was like food combining and stuff like that. So you
Okay.
don't eat your protein with your carbs and blah, 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 blah.
Huh.
But what was my point with that? That the sugar,
Mhm.
so you have an insulin spike when you have sugar.
that
And
was
if-
your point.
yeah. And thank
Okay,
you.
so I just-
Thanks
yeah.
for pointing
Thank
that
you.
Okay,
out.
so
It's like,
yeah.
hey, hey,
I
was
wanted
your
to get
point.
by.
Yeah, there it is.
there it is.
Yeah.
You found it. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Guys.
I'm gonna go now. You
Yeah.
guys. Thank
We
you.
did it.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah.
We did it.
We're
Oh,
all
what's
friends.
the point?
I feel like I'm on drugs.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then because when you spike your insulin, that's when your body says to make more fat.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
And also, I think ice cream probably isn't as high on the glycemic level as far as like spiking your blood sugar because it
It's
is
true. It's got
milk
other-
protein in there.
Yeah.
right.
And there's other stuff, you
Mhm.
know, like maybe there's crackers, maybe there's pretzels,
Yeah, that's
peanut butter,
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Oh yeah.
cookie dough, there's chocolate.
Yeah.
Cookie dough is its own category
It's
of
got
protein.
fat, it has
Yeah.
protein, so
Yeah.
the carbs that it does have are
Yeah.
simple sugars, refined, but they're taking a little longer to get in your system.
Exactly.
If you pistachio ice cream, that's healthy
Yeah.
as hell.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
It's
exactly.
pistachio.
And
Here I am eating
Antioxidants.
sorbet,
Yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
I'm doing good, but
No.
I don't have the milk fat in
That's
there.
right.
Wow, I'm really doing
Yeah,
myself
you
a
are
disservice.
stupid. Yeah.
Wow.
Excuse me?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, what?
No, I
we
know.
both called you stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm.
Thank
That's
you.
what we, yeah.
If I,
yeah.
I'm not eating,
Yeah.
I'm not eating ice cream, so I have to be stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fully aware of that. Yeah.
Good.
I used to be a subscriber to Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah.
What?
A subscriber.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you could be a subscriber because if there's a membership option.
You don't get any benefits other than paying full price for ice cream, but it's for you.
Okay, can
Yeah.
I tell you, it got to the point where I used the Vons app to get like coupons and stuff.
Yeah.
It got to the point where like they'd be like, things you normally buy are on sale. And I was like, this is a problem. Like,
They know
this
you
is
too
a-
well.
They knew me. And they were like, hey, Ben and Jerry's is on sale. And
Yeah.
they're like, well, now I have to.
Yeah.
Like, it was like crazy. It was like $3. I'm like, I'm doing that.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, $3. That's amazing. Yeah,
$3.
you
gotta
buy
buy
like
like
20 of
Like,
them.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like, but I
That's
ate it
wild.
myself.
Yeah.
That is wild. I mean, I think it's good for you, and if you have it, but also if you're ashamed of your algorithm, like if you're like your grocery algorithm,
Yeah.
where it's like I don't, but I
Let's
do
talk
want
about
it.
grocery
But I do
algorithm.
want it.
Like,
Yeah.
well, a grocery store app was body shaming me, and I was like, "This is."
But with
I
good
can't
Talk about
savings,
that. It's really
But
funny.
the
Yeah.
same-
It's almost worth it.
I know. I was like,
Oh my
I do
God.
buy it a lot. You're right.
Oh
You're
my
right,
God.
Mons.
but I have been trying to, just like if I have my sugars, especially if it's like a night of like, I want to have it doing it during a day where I do a bunch of, physical stuff
Mhm.
and then have that be the only thing I do all week, like one time
Mhm.
or maybe, just all at once, basically.
Yeah.
One just
Just your one.
pancreas fest.
And you got to start at some point because like it gets harder and harder to lose.
Yeah.
When I was in my 20s, I could skip a meal and I would have a flat stomach for the rest of the
How
week.
dare you?
Well, now I can't do that. Like,
Good.
yeah.
It's
Fuck
real.
you.
That's real.
Literally immediately like.
But yeah,
Every
fuck
other
the old me
woman was
too.
like,
I know.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
No, now it will take. If I gained so much weight hanging out at Sandra's mom and dad's house on a Christmas, it was like a holiday,
Yeah.
maybe for 2 weeks,
Do
10
they cook
days.
a lot? Like,
They're
No,
Italians.
Yeah, they cook a lot, and
Oh
then it's
my
all like white flour, everything.
Everything's
and
white
just,
flour.
yeah.
I mean, you wake up in the morning and it's ricotta in a bowl with bread.
Yeah, by the way, I said white flour.
Yeah,
I don't want anybody to think that I'm like a nationalist or anything, or a white nationalist. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I gained a lot of weight, even just in that short period of time.
Yeah,
It took me. It probably took me over a year and a half to lose it again because I don't know.
wild.
But
also when
he
you're
would do
like-
the same thing. He would go and visit his parents.
Yeah.
And then also they would send him back with a suitcase
Just
filled with empanadas and
Yeah.
this and that and frozen
Yeah.
cutlets and all this stuff. So yeah, so then it would be like your weight would come up and then your weight would go back down if you hadn't seen him for a while.
Yeah.
And then, so yeah.
But then also when you get yourself used to eating like, the white flour and all that stuff, and you're like,
Oh,
yeah, it
yeah.
tastes good. It takes a while for yourself to wean yourself off of that.
Right.
Because
Oh,
you're like,
yeah.
well, I'll just do this a little bit. Then you end up like, I'll get this thing of donuts. I don't know. It's just like a thing where you're like, well, it's
Yeah.
I'm doing better than I did before,
Right.
but you're still having this shit. It's the mind is interesting, and like food taste is the best.
It'll convince you to do anything.
Yeah, anything. I'll be
Yeah.
like, oh, I deserve this. I stayed awake today, whatever.
Yeah.
Or I'm
Hey,
going.
remember when I let that old lady cross the street?
Yeah.
I deserve this.
I wasn't
Yeah,
anywhere
yeah,
near
yeah.
her,
He
but
I'm a
yeah,
good person.
I let her cross the
Yeah.
street.
Yeah.
Remember when I didn't run over that
Yeah,
old
yeah,
lady?
yeah.
I deserve Krispy Kreme.
I like that.
Oh.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like morally.
Especially when
Good
you see the
rational.
Krispy Kreme being made, like when they come to the
Oh,
conveyor
come
belt.
on.
Yes,
And that
they're-
stupid light comes on hot and ready.
I
And
don't
I'm like,
think
me
those
too.
carbs
I'm also
count.
hot and ready.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
that's Krispy Kreme carbs don't count.
They're too light to
no,
count.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, airy, like
They're
Yeah.
made with love.
Did you guys see that Dolly Parton came out with donuts with Krispy Kreme?
No.
No.
They're custom Dolly Parton.
Those don't
Krispy
count
Kreme.
either.
They don't.
Yeah.
Of
It's
course not.
all love because Dolly Parton
It's
is
Dolly
love.
Parton.
Yeah.
Dolly
Mhm.
Parton is love. She is love and light.
Mhm.
Like, no, yeah, they were beautiful. Like, they're all like they've got like a flower.
makes you lose
they've got,
weight.
Like
What's that?
Or it makes you lose weight.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
exactly.
exactly. Because like you can feel like all the evil come out of you.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's the fat.
So are they at a Krispy Kreme? Is that where you get them?
well, okay. I apparently not at the actual stores. They come prepackaged in like the Krispy Kreme prepackaged, like that you find like at grocery stores.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I hear they're really good.
I'll try
I
it.
have not tried them.
I'll try
All right, yeah, I
anything
like that.
once.
So they're
We'll bring them in here
Yeah.
on a Woody Titty
Yes,
night.
You better.
And
if you
then-
do it
yeah.
on any other night, I'm gonna be so mad.
Oh
at you.
hell no! Yeah.
I'm gonna be-
Should bring them on every other night. Like, there's nobody
Monday,
in the room.
Tuesday,
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday,
Yeah.
Sunday. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
People are
got
like,
it.
oh, thanks. We didn't, why? Oh, we know you.
It's like you.
All right, so let's just talk really fast. I was going to say, all right, so the protein helps you maintain your skin function. It helps to keep down the
I thought you were
inflammation.
going to talk really fast.
Sorry, I can't talk any faster than
Sorry
that.
about that. I'm sorry. I'm a stickler.
It helps to keep the matrix of your skin nice and strong. But what I wanted to figure out was how many. Oh, and by the way, eating too much protein also can make you constipated.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Did that happen?
Yeah.
Okay,
that
yeah,
happened.
that's not ever fun.
No, it was not cute.
No.
No. Again, not a pleasant person to be around.
No.
For those 10 weeks, my poor boyfriend, like, he would be like, do you want to try some? And he like loves to cook. And he was like, do you want? And I'm like, it's got carbs. I cannot.
That's so
and also,
not fun.
don't come to the bathroom. Don't go in there. But I love you.
Don't go to the bathroom.
Yeah, don't go to the bathroom.
Go away.
Go away.
Don't look at me.
Don't perceive me.
I'm hideous. I was ripping farts.
Oh my God. Producer Mark is saying magnesium citrate helps.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. It'll give you diarrhea if you take too much, which I have that too. Yeah.
I want to lose weight.
I love going back and forth. Yeah. Just like all or nothing poop fest.
Yeah. Do you ever like weigh yourself before and after a good poop?
Oh, yeah. Are you
Isn't
kidding
that
me?
amazing? And you're like, that was inside me.
Actually, wait a minute. I don't
gotta
weigh
do
myself
that.
before the poop. I always wait till after the
you
poop
gotta
and
do
then
it
take off
before
all
the
my
poop.
clothes. Yeah, I'm going to do that next time.
Before,
All right.
And then,
Yeah.
and then you take off all your clothes.
Oh, yeah.
And then you go and you're like, oh shit, I lost weight. Like,
That's amazing.
It's like a little bump of like serotonin where you're like, I did something today.
I think it's,
That's nice. It also makes me realize that poop is real.
Yes.
It wasn't just
It was
something
its
in my
own
mind.
thing. It was its own
you
sentient thing.
thought it might be
Yeah, it
fake?
wasn't just like it was like, well, it's nothing can smell this bad.
Yeah.
Like, but no, really, it exists. It came out of your body.
I don't
My
know. That
body.
just reminded me of like we were somewhere in Europe and like there was very clearly human poop somewhere.
Oh.
And my friend, she was like, "How could you tell that's human?" I'm like, "I am a human. I've been in a bathroom.
It has a
and
different smell.
I know what poop smells like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got it
My own and others.
Yeah. You smell it past your nose into the back of your head.
It's like some like deep part of me, part of humanity, and I'm like, that's not that's not animal.
It has a base to it. It's like, that's
that smells like a name.
Yeah.
It has a note to it, like a perfume. Yeah.
Ooh,
Roughage, not there.
Yeah.
Notes of lead. I don't know. No, sometimes poop smells metallic.
I can see that.
Actually. Yeah. It's like earthy, but then also like you taste
or peppery. Sometimes I smell a peppery poop.
Also, I've heard that the human brain peppery.
Yes,
yes, absolutely peppery.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, you said that. I was like, wait, oh yeah. But I totally. But also, I heard that the human brain and can only identify 10% of the smells of poop. So we're like wasted like 90% of shit smells.
What a waste.
So if we can really harness that,
we could have what was that movie with Bradley Cooper? But it would be
Limitless.
It would be limitless, but
you take a pill and you smell all the shit in the world.
And like I can use 100% of poop power.
Dead. My face just turned into a skull.
It just melts like an Indiana Jones.
Yes, listening to your joke, that's what happened to me just now. I'm picturing like Limitless. Yeah, they smell 100% of the poop. They didn't bring that up in the script.
No. That probably they were just like, let's do this for Limitless 2.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, they were gonna do Limitless number 2.
Oh my God,
it's gonna be
Limitless 2. Yes,
Limitless 2, number 2. Is there before? I know we have to.
You looked up how many proteins grams of protein.
I was going to ask you because so if you want, so it's basically if you want to build muscle.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get between like a gram of protein per body weight, and if you want to
pound,
each pound of body weight, yes. And if you want to maintain it, basically, so it's like half a gram.
60 grams for me.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm not going to tell you mine.
No, I was kidding. Like I weigh 60 pounds.
I was like, I'm not going to tell you.
Mine would be
I don't know anything about that.
Mine would be 185.
You would be 185.
And I definitely don't get that much protein.
That's if you're building muscle, though,
if you're building muscle.
Literally 1 gram for how much? So if you're like 200, 300 pounds per se,
you
are
and you want to build muscle.
300 grams of protein?
Well, I mean, think of the calories you have to eat to maintain 300 pounds of weight, though.
True.
Yeah,
that's true. Huh? Wow.
We used to do this thing where we would have basically 1 to 2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Whoa. And I would eat like tuna and eggs constantly.
Whoa.
We would do that for like 4 days straight. And then on the 5th day, we would, and by the way, so we're limiting our carbs. So we're only having that and like maybe 15 grams of carbs.
Wow.
And then on the 4th day, we eat whatever we want, carb-wise and whatever, and then we start again. And then by having that cycle, it's supposed to like shock your body into like losing weight and like burning from different fuel sources.
You always want to shock the body.
Yeah, I feel
Yes,
like it's so
Peter Gabriel.
100% always like in any kind of like weight loss thing. So you want to shock the body. You want to trick the body. You want to come from behind and surprise the body.
Yeah.
Every time.
Don't ease into it.
Yeah,
No.
the body knows what's happening and you gotta
Exactly.
trick it.
You do have to shock it.
Yeah.
They don't tell you that 75% of people who get electrical shock lose 50% of their body weight before they die. Because
He's making this up.
no, because your body burns up. So
really?
shocking your body with that much electrical current
Yeah.
literally just burns you up. So I mean, it's
So you're telling me that in the 60s when they were doing shock treatments, I would have
Yes.
looked amazing?
Oh, yeah. You looking good. What's your secret?
I don't know what day it is, but
That's
I look
microdosing.
You're like, what's your secret?
Yeah, like
Biting,
Car
that's you
batteries.
biting on the spoon. Yeah, car batteries. Yeah.
but that information is
Wow.
completely not true.
Okay. So
Good,
wait. So no
good.
wait. If you're not trying to build muscle, then it was
Basically
Half
half
a- okay,
a
all right.
gram, and you want to maintain half a gram
all right.
of protein per pound of body weight. Yeah.
Okay.
So-
wait, half a gram or a gram?
Half a gram
a
for each
gram?
pound.
Yeah.
If
Half
you're
a gram
just
to a pound.
maintaining.
Oh, maintaining, but
Right.
then it's a gram.
It's a gram if you want to, if you're having to build muscle.
Don't
Got
forget
it,
that your
okay.
heart is a muscle.
Mhm.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That's why
That's true.
that's why people who are anorexic often pass away because it destroys the muscle in their
Yeah.
heart, and that you
It
need
eats at
that.
them.
It's
You
working
need,
hard.
you need muscle in your face. You
Yeah.
need. I
Mhm.
mean, you need you need a lot of
Yeah,
muscle. So
muscles.
I know.
Yeah, muscles.
Yeah.
Yeah, muscles.
Yeah, sometimes Red Lobster will have a sale on muscles.
Yeah.
Now, if
Rip.
you eat mussels,
Yeah.
does that translate into muscles, or is that only clams?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I know,
only
like, I know if
clams.
I eat clams, my body will have more clams in it.
More clams.
Yeah, I'm out of material.
Yeah,
Nothing
it's like,
that's,
I think
we're at that time.
Once we get to seafood puns,
Yeah, it's
we're
just-
done.
Yeah, we're
done.
finished.
Thank
Yeah, I
you.
feel like an
And I
old
think we're
If I've
barnacle.
said it once, I've said it 1,000 times.
No
when you get
more
seafood puns.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You ever had
Cut
their
it out.
Cheddar Bay biscuits before? I mean, that's fucking really good biscuits.
Okay, so apparently are Red Lobsters going bankrupt or not?
I don't
Have you
know.
heard
I
of
heard
this?
that I saw a post with Annie Letterman. She was at the one of the last.
In the world?
That
I
are
think.
still open?
I don't know. I didn't watch the whole
Oh.
thing. I listened and then I had to.
There's like
keep
one
moving.
Red Lobster in all of LA, and I was like, should I make a beeline for this? Like, do I need to like
Have you
go?
ever been? I don't think I've ever
I've
been.
only been to that one once because my family and we were feeling, a little bit of like white trash nostalgia.
You gotta
Yeah.
do it. You gotta do
We
it.
were like, we were craving a Red Lobster,
Yeah.
and we could not find one. Like, we could not.
Oh.
There was one, and like somewhere deep, like near Inglewood or something. Like, it was like one Red Lobster. I was like, okay, well, let's go.
Did
Yeah.
you drive all the way to Inglewood?
Yes, we did.
Wow,
we were
that is
craving Red
commitment.
Lobster.
That's
You
commitment.
can also do that with Sizzler if you can find one.
Yes.
I've done that.
Weirdly enough, there's like a Sizzler in like Hollywood.
Oh, yeah, where is that, by the way?
It's
Yes,
like
yes.
right on like
Is it on Santa Monica?
It's
Yeah,
on
That's
Santa
the one.
Monica.
Yeah,
We know it.
I think it was like
in
in my brain already.
because you
like,
pass
yeah.
by it all the time.
Yeah.
You're like, this is
Sizzler? Yeah.
I guess.
When I was super broke, I was living with a guy, and we would go in there, and we get the buffet or whatever,
Oh, hell yeah.
and we'd get like, can we have like 5 to-go containers, and we would just fill up the whole entire, and then
Good.
like soups and like, I mean,
Yep.
and then
That's
don't.
how you do it.
Yeah, that's how you do it. We
Yeah.
live on that for
Well,
like 3 days.
I know some people who meal prep by ordering catering. So let's say you order catering at like, I don't know, Olive Garden. I don't know why you want to meal prep there, but
Sure.
like
Yeah.
their family.
Yeah.
And you like order Olive Garden catering and then you meal prep from that because they give you so much food and you can meal prep for like
Oh,
for like a week, 2 weeks,
oh
however
my
long it lasts
god,
you.
that's really smart.
Isn't that so smart? Or you
Yeah.
can go somewhere healthier, of course.
Right.
And then like
Eh,
Go to Erewhon and then pay like $500.
God,
Yeah.
can you
Yeah.
imagine?
Oh, Jesus.
$500 is cheap.
That's one salad. Yeah.
That's one salad
Yeah.
if you're lucky. And
My-
like maybe they'll toss in some croutons.
Yeah.
But yeah, another hack.
Yeah.
I like that. We're learning so much today.
Air
I
One
know.
hack.
I
Yeah,
know.
Air One hack.
Or Olive Garden hack.
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden hack, because that's like you can meal prep with that.
You can do that. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty.
Wait, is
smart.
that one that you? It's a buffet. I don't even know if I've ever
Olive
been to
Garden?
an Olive
No,
Garden.
it's just like
Wait,
they're
I'm
huge.
sorry.
I
Have
know.
you never been to an
There's-
I
Olive
don't think
Garden?
our family's ever been to one, and
okay,
I didn't.
tell us you're rich without telling
I
us
know,
you're rich.
not at all, not at all.
No,
I think
no,
we
I'm
couldn't
just
afford to
fucking
go there. No, just
Wait,
kidding.
dang it. Am I the problem?
You're the rich
Yeah.
one.
I'm the
Yes.
rich one.
yes.
Shit. I forgot to check my privilege at the door.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so sorry.
We don't
I'm
take
so
che-
sorry.
we don't take checks here. Neither does privilege.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Oh my
I
God.
finally got
must
around
go.
to
Yeah, I
it.
like that.
There's one in Burbank,
There
right
is?
next to the Krispy Kreme.
Yep.
Oh, the
You must
Sizzler?
go. No, Olive Garden.
Olive Garden.
You
Oh,
must
okay.
go. It is a rite of passage to be an American.
We're gonna have to like take like a little tour of
I would love to-
of our city.
Super stoned.
Mhm.
It's in the same area with like
Yes,
IKEA and
because-
stuff like
yeah,
that. All that
or
shit
like
there.
that. No, not IKEA. It's Empire One. It's like where like the Target is, the Walmart.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I know what you're talking
that
about.
one.
Behind the Costco or something.
Something
Close.
Like that. Yeah, and
All these
it's-
great
it's great.
places.
It's great. Olive Garden, highly
Yeah.
recommend.
His mom is 100% Sicilian, and
We
she
gotta take her so
loves
she
it
can-
there.
She
Wait,
loves.
does she
her favorite
genuinely
place.
love?
Oh yeah, she just loves like tasting food. Like she loves any kind of taste of food. She's just
Big portions.
rich, big
It's
portions.
big portions, the breadsticks, the
It's
unlimited
terrible
soup and
for you,
salad.
but it does taste good. I don't care what anybody says.
I'll try it.
For me,
Yeah.
it's the Andes mints that they give at the end.
Oh, I
of the
love
meal.
those.
That's so funny.
That's
yeah.
that's
I'll
I go
grab
for
a
the mints.
handful of those.
No, one time I went because I was randomly craving Olive Garden. I was just by myself, and I went to, again. The lengths
just
I'll
one.
go.
Yeah.
The lengths I'll go to try.
She's going to see family.
That's
You
right.
know-
yeah,
you
my
go to see-
cousin
You
is
weren't
there.
alone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
Yeah.
And I go to the bar alone, which, by the way, who knew there was a bar at
I
Olive
didn't.
Garden? And I didn't. And I go and they're like, do you want to be seated at the bar? I'm like, sure. Okay. And it's just me. And then at the end, I like eat my like soup and salad, my breadsticks, whatever. And then at the end, I'm like, hey, like I talked to the bartender. I'm like, is there any way you could get me like a little bit more than the usual on the Andes mints? You know, like there's not a lot of people here. If you could give me like a couple more. And I'm expecting this man to give me like 5, 10 if I'm lucky. This man goes and he grabs an entire handful. I'm not joking. An entire handful of like maybe 60 Andes mints and like put them in a
Oh.
bag. And he was like, here you go. And I was like, I want to marry you.
I was going to say, and,
You get really
and that's your
emotional.
boyfriend.
And,
yeah.
that's my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And we've been together
His name is Andy.
ever since.
Yeah.
Andy,
Yeah.
Andy's Mints.
Yeah. Mrs. Mintz when you
Yeah,
get married.
I am
Yeah.
Mrs. Mints.
You can skimp on the drinks if you make it
Yeah.
up with the Andes.
Absolutely.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Yeah.
that's a great story.
I love
It was
that.
so funny.
What a
Oh.
sweetheart.
He was so what a sweetheart. Like truly, like he was so like game, and he was just like, "Here we go." I'm
Oh,
like,
that's fucking
I
amazing.
will remember you forever.
That's a good person.
He was a
Aw.
good person,
Yeah.
and that's why we have to
Sweet.
go because when you're there, your family.
Yeah, yeah.
And you like to steal candy from your family.
Yeah.
exactly.
And he eat it. That's
Yes.
right.
All
Andy's
right.
good.
Andy's good. All right.
All right.
All right. So I just want to say thank you so much for
Of
hanging out with us today.
course.
This was so much fun.
This was so much fun.
I knew it was going to be.
Oh, thank you. Thank
And
you.
yeah, I need you to do my makeup sometime. You,
100%.
your eyeshadow is
Thank you.
beautiful.
This is Denissa Myricks. She is an amazing makeup artist, and she has a line in Sephora.
Is it like a liquid?
It's no, can you believe it's a powder?
Yeah. Oh wow.
It's freaking gorgeous.
Yeah, it's
So I
amazing.
have this on my eye, and then down here I have a blue.
yeah.
I love her stuff.
You
Yeah.
always look amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I would
what's
love
go-
to just be able to add color to my face like
You
that. That's
can.
so
You
cool.
can.
Yeah.
You're literally
I-
allowed to.
I know, but I work at
We're
the
in
bank.
LA.
You work
I
at the bank?
I work the
didn't-
bank.
You
I
work?
didn't say do it at the bank.
Yeah.
I said do it right now.
In
Yeah.
LA. Yeah. Yeah, I,
I
should.
brought my kit.
Did you-
And
yeah.
On the go.
I'm gonna do your
Some
makeup
contouring.
and then I'm gonna do his.
Okay,
And then
perfect.
we'll do some contouring.
We'll do it to her
Yeah.
enough, and then we'll just put our eyes together.
Yes, and then
'Cause
you
I'm
put your
cheap.
eyeballs.
Yeah. And then I'll just get whatever rubs off of hers.
Okay.
Exactly.
It
Well,
works.
it's glitter. It'll definitely rub off.
That's
So,
yeah.
It's a game plan.
And never come off.
It's a game plan. Yeah.
yeah.
No, it will never come off. Yeah.
Well,
Thank you
That's-
for teaching me about protein.
thank you for everything. Thanks for teaching me about Sizzler and thanks for teaching Olive Garden and
lobster.
Yeah,
Cool
the
mushroom trip
donut
story.
place, the- yeah, yeah.
That was dope.
Mushrooms.
That was a good story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to trip sometime.
I would love to.
And
Now that
yeah.
I know I
Where can
can't.
people find you on the
that's a great
socials?
question.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you can find me on all social media and on my website, The Genesis Soul. So the THE, we know that one.
Yep.
And then GENESIS and then last name SOL. So The Genesis Soul on all social media or thegenesissoul.com. And also Witty Titties comedy. It's at Witty Titties TITTIES comedy on Instagram and wittytittiescomedy.com. And we have an open mic every Thursday here at the fabulous Petty Cash Studios. And we have a writing workshop every Tuesday, which has been super exciting. Because I'm trying to like kind of build Witty Titties as a resource more for women. And
Nice.
it's just like a cool, cheaper alternative for like women to just like drop in and then like punch up their jokes.
That's so great.
It's really cool. It's like from
Really
7 to
cool.
10 p.m. It's like a couple hours and you just get to, you don't pay too much and you just can come in whenever you're available. And then we have amazing teachers who like are like industry professionals and they like teach and they punch up like material. And it's been great
That's
because like
fucking really cool.
we've been seeing girls come back and like work on their material and like see it get better. And I'm like a proud mama.
Oh,
I'm like, oh my
that's so
God,
nice.
you listen to the feedback and then you implemented it. And then I saw you doing it at the mic and it's beautiful. So yeah, so come to that Tuesdays. So Tuesdays and Thursdays.
I'm gonna come to that.
You honestly should.
Yeah.
It's actually really cool and like
because your jokes suck.
yeah, you honestly
Yeah.
should. You're untalented and
You need help.
and I want to
Yeah,
help you.
yeah.
No, I definitely am not like I help, but I'm definitely like I recognize I'm like I'm gonna hire people who are funnier than me. to
So you've
teach
actually
this
hired
class.
people to come in and do this.
100%.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
100%.
You're
yeah.
a genius.
I was not gonna do. Please come on. I'm like I'm not gonna like sit around being like I know how to fix your comedy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm like I'll let other professionals.
Yeah.
I
That's a
love
good.
that.
It's a good
Yeah.
community building as well.
Yeah,
It's honestly
Totally.
so cool.
That's really cool.
And yeah, we've been doing this for 3 years now. So
Have you really? Oh my
3
god!
years.
All right, I have no
Yeah.
excuse.
I know. What the heck?
I mean, I'm here
Nikki?
once a week anyway.
You are literally here.
I know, just
Come
not on the same
over.
day. I know.
Just hit me up. Hit
All
me
right.
up anytime.
All right.
I'll get you.
All right, hit up Genesis, by the way. She's fucking amazing. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for also being here.
Oh yeah,
Sandra.
thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, you're
Always,
fired,
every
so
week.
we'll
Really
see you
fun.
next week.
Okay.
And
You
yes.
son of a gun.
I know. Sorry. All right. So see you guys next week. Bye.
All right, let's record.